might be a couple of things that you've forgotten or you need to think about. So please take the time to watch this in its entirety so that you can be ready for your test on Wednesday. So this first question asks us to simplify. That means that we need to distribute, we need to combine like terms, we need to make sure there's nothing else that can condense down to get this into its simplest form. So I'm going to go ahead and use my shapes. I'm going to start with a circle, circle all my x's. So I see a 3x, a negative 2x, a 2x, and a 4x. And then I see just a plain constant negative 8. So I'm going to put a square around that. Okay, I'm going to line up all of my like shapes. So we have 3x, a negative 2x, a positive 2x, and a positive 4x. And then in a different shape, so a different stack, I've got a negative 8. So I'm going to total these up. If you need to use Desmos, you can. Remember, you can just type in all of your coefficients. So I have a positive 3, negative 2, positive 2, positive 4. Okay, and that shows me that I have a net value or a total of 7x. And then my minus 8 or my negative 8 stays. Now, when I go to type this into the answer, I've already got the x right there. So there is no need to put an x in that box. Do not write 7x. We're just going to put the coefficient of 7. Okay, you also don't need to write a plus sign in front of it. It's just a plain 7. We're making it match this. Okay, the next box is going to have minus 8. And I know there's a plus sign in there. It doesn't matter if it says plus negative 8 or minus 8. Mathematically, those are exactly the same thing. So 7x minus 8 on this first question. Okay, question 2 is going to ask us to do the same thing, simplify. Only this one, we've got to distribute first. We've got to distribute or rainbow this 3 to everything in the parentheses. So 3 times 2x is 6x. 3 times negative 5 is going to be negative 15. So we rewrote the second part. Now I'm going to combine the like terms. So I'm going to circle my x's. So I've got a 4x and a 6x that I'm going to stack up. And then my constants, I'm going to box in. So box here, box here. I've got a positive 3 and a negative 15. So when I total these up, I've got a 10x and a 3 with a negative 15 makes a negative 12. So in the boxes, once again, I can write a 10 and a negative 12. No need to write the x because we've already got that right there attached. Okay, here we've got a couple of values that we're going to distribute. So notice here I've got a negative 3 that I need to distribute to everything in here. And then in the second piece, I know it says minus and then it's 2 times the parentheses. We're going to actually distribute this right here as a negative 2. So looking at the first set of parentheses over here, negative 3 times h is negative 3h. Negative 3 times negative 4 is positive 12. Negative 2 times 6 is negative 12h. Should have said times 6h, sorry. Negative 2 times 5 is negative 10. Ooh, that's a bad 0. So now that we have all of our stuff distributed, we're going to need to combine our like terms. So I'm going to go ahead and circle my h's. So I have a negative 3h and a negative 12h. And then I'm going to box in my constants. So I'm going to use a square. Positive 12, negative 10. So adding together or combining together, -3, -12 makes -15 h's. +12, -10 is a +2. So -15h plus 2. So for this one, we're going to need to put a -15 in front of our h, attached to the h, so -15h. We have already got the plus sign, like right here, so +2. I'm going to type a 2 in that box. Question number 4. Got some distribution to do again. Here I am distributing a -12. So that's going to come here to the 4, here to the 3w. This 8 stays out in front. I don't multiply that by the -12. So 8, and then I have -12 times 4, which is -48. -12 times 3w is -36w. And then I've got a +27. So for this problem, I've only got one term that has a variable in it. I've only got this -36w. So that's going to be in its own stack. And then I've got an 8, a -48, and a +27. 8, -48, +27. Okay, so obviously right here, I've just got -36w. And then I'm going to go ahead and type the other stack into my calculator of an 8, -48, and a +27. And that tells me right here that it equals -13. So I've got a -13. If we wanted to enter that in our answer choice, we would have -36. I've already got the w here, plus, and then this needs to be a -13. So remember, plus and negative is the same thing as our minus. And then we have one last question. Find the perimeter of a square that has side lengths of 5 less than 2 times a number. Wow, that's a lot of words. Let's see if we can decipher through that. So it says we have a square. So I'm going to draw myself a big square. Okay, side lengths of a square are all the same if you remember. So every single side is going to be the same. So 5 less than tells us to subtract. Okay, 2 times a number. We don't know what this number is, so I'm going to make this x. And it says we want 2 times that, 2 times a number. And then 5 less than. 5 less than means -5. So right here, 5 less than 2 times the number. So we're going to do 2 times the number and subtract 5 away from it. So each side is 2x minus 5. So if every single side is 2x minus 5, we need to figure out the perimeter. So perimeter is all the way around. So I've got 4 sides. So I've got 2x minus 5, another 2x minus 5, another 2x minus 5, and a fourth 2x minus 5. Because remember, in a square, everything is the same. So when I combine the 2x's together, I get 8x. When I combine together my 4 negative 5's, I get -20. So the perimeter of that square is 8x minus 20. And this is something I saw a lot of people struggling with, as we talked about earlier. You struggle when it only gives you a piece of the perimeter and not all 4 sides. So you need to pay attention when it's only giving you pieces, that you get all of your sides. So I have an 8, there's already an x here, and then a -20. 8x minus 20. Good luck in studying, and I will see you on Zoom on Wednesday so that I can help you get started on your test.